ला 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 ला। ओ माय गॉड, क्या हो गया ये। ड्यूक 390 2024 तभी लॉन्च, चट मंगनी पट शादी। ओ भाई, किसी ने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था। डिनो भाई पहुंच गए बारात में नाचने के लिए, बट आर यू रेडी टू ब्लीड ऑरेंज? आर यू रेडी टू ड्रेंच योर सेल्फ इन ऑरेंज वेनम? भाई कभी ना कभी तो ये चलाना है सुपर ड्यूक। पाजी क्या बोलते, गाड़ी लेंगे नहीं लेंगे? कमेंट कर दो नीचे। बट एनीवे, इसको यहाँ पे रख देंगे सेफली। नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट द पॉइंट्स दैट यू एंड मी नीड टू नो एंड रिजॉइस अबाउट the new Duke 390 is here and how, and you will be kicking yourself and confused as to which one to go for, because every bike that Bajaj is launching is like redefining and kind of setting new standards, setting new benchmarks, jo bhi hai. But let's focus on the orange missile here. It's an absolute feast, it's an absolute beast. So Duke 390 2024, first and foremost, भाई पावर टॉर्क कुछ बड़ा नहीं बड़ा, पहले बोल दो मेरे को, दिल से बोल दो डिनो भाई बोल के। आप लोग सोच रहे कि पावर बढ़ाए नहीं बढ़ाए, टॉर्क बढ़ाए नहीं बढ़ाए। फर्स्ट थिंग, टॉर्क इज अप टू 39 न्यूटन मीटर्स। कैन यू बिलीव इट? एंड इट इज अप फ्रॉम 37, बट दैट 2 न्यूटन मीटर्स कैन मेक अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस when the weight reduces. Okay, and similarly power is up to 45 PS from 43.5 PS. Now that is a significant increase as well, a significant bump up as well. Now these are the two things enough to get you interested and jump with joy that the new Duke is going to be beyond your expectation, and it is going to baffle you with almost everything KTM is, ready to throw at you and me. Now first of all, with so many good bikes around, we have to check our bank balances, because we can't buy all of them, we have to buy only one of them. But this one is here to woo you and impress you and wow you. Okay, so first of all, the design. First, what is apparent is the all new headlamp. Now the headlamp is more beastly now. It has an outer element for the DRL when compared to the earlier model, which was owned by me, the 2017 model. I was among the first to own the revamped or redesigned Super Duke inspired Duke 390, and in that it was integrated into the headlamp with the headlamp elements. But now you get multiple lighting elements in the headlamp, and the DRL is a separate element in and of itself, and it adds a little more aggression to the motorcycle. As similarly, even the tail lamp is redesigned and it looks far more well integrated with the overall design. Now be it the headlamp or the tail lamp or the tank cowls, they have to go well as a cohesive design concept when you look at it as a complete design or a motorcycle, and that is the initial factor that wows you. I mean, KTM has always been very radical with their design concepts. They have been out of the box, sharp, sleek and new age, out of the ordinary kind of designs that we haven't seen or experienced before, and that continues. That design silhouette, sharp razor edge kind of inspired design, and yeah, it is far more animalistic, it is minimalistic, it is progressive. I can confuse you with all the adjectives that I have on board, but one look at it, you will fall for it. It is aggression redefined. Okay, and then revamped bodywork. The bodywork is completely new, and what kind of instantly captivates you or caught my eye in the teaser video was the all new 5-inch full color TFT derived straight from the Super Duke. Now how interesting is that? Now you don't come expecting that kind of quality at this price point, so they have wowed us and kind of blew our mind away by offering quick shifter earlier, by offering Super Duke inspired design, aluminum swing arm, USD forks, WP Apex forks. Never heard before power or torque, or never heard before power to weight ratio. But this time around, this color TFT console looks super premium, well ahead of its segment, and we didn't even get this kind of a console in the 790, I believe. This one is super rich, and it has a dedicated track mode where you have the rev counter, the lap timer, the gear display, the speed is reduced, the speed readout is reduced, and the rider aid settings is also highlighted. So can't wait to actually unleash this at the Chakan track or any road where I can get my hands on it. And when that is going to happen, we don't know. They've just blown the cover out of it. They've launched it on the KTM official website and their Instagram handle. Now, as I told you, the headlamp, I've already talked about it. Then we have the two new colors that are being offered. Now, orange is something everyone, derives or kind of relates to KTM with the orange. Just like blue is for Yamaha, green is for Kawasaki, orange stands for KTM. Now you have two colors. One is the electronic orange, then the second one is the Atlantic blue. So electronic orange looks electrifying in my opinion. It has the orange seat as well with double stitching. The Atlantic blue kind of looks okayish. I'm not a great fan of that color scheme, and that is the reason if you see in my Adventure 390 I went for the all black color rather than the bluish kind of this thing. But the electronic orange looks absolutely stunning. Then I also love the fact that the seats are all new with the new layout. You have new fabric. Now it gets the same Alcantara finish that the RC390 gets, but I doubt whether it will make it here in India, because people started complaining about the Alcantara seats, retaining a lot of water after being drenched in rainwater, and it takes a lot of time to dry, and they had to replace the seats for the new lot of the RC390. So whether the Alcantara seats will continue or whether we'll get a different fabric seats that are rain resistant, water resistant, we don't know. Let's wait for the actual production model here. Now this is the actual international spec model. Now how much of it is going to transition and make it to India, we don't know, but we can rejoice that this is the actual silhouette that will arrive here in India. Again, gone is the side mounted exhaust. Now welcome back the underbelly exhaust. Now it looks kick-ass, it reduces the overall weight and perfectly complements the hooligan demeanor that the Duke 390 stands for. Then you have the rear offset monoshock. Now this is clearly visually apparent the first time you cast your eyes on the motorcycle, and it can be adjusted for rebound and preload. This can make it to India, and the offset monoshock is there for a reason. It allows for a larger air box now while reducing the overall seat height as well. Now seat height is down from 830 mm to 820 mm, and you can actually bring it down further to 800 mm, which is absolutely phenomenal for average height riders who are looking for a lower seat height option. Then point number 6 is the WP Apex 43 mm USD forks. The open cartridge forks that were available earlier have been retained, and the international spec model gets adjustable suspension for the front forks. Now I don't think we need that here in India. For the ADV, at least it makes a little bit of sense, but for the Street Fighter, I don't think, unless and until you're going to push it and you're going to pursue pro racing on the racetrack, you don't really need adjustable front forks for typical Indian roads. So that's up to the KTM India as to whether they're going to bring it as it is, whether they're going to have a separate model like the Adventure with adjustable forks, or whether they're going to ditch it altogether and offer WP Apex non-adjustable front forks. So that remains to be seen once the production model is here. And the good news is that the engine capacity has been bumped up from 373cc to 399cc now. It's a single fuel injected motor which is Euro 5.2 compliant, which means it is maybe BS6 phase 2 compliant. And then of course the 8th point is that we now get two riding modes to play with. One is the street mode where full power is unleashed, and then you have the rain mode where you might have a little bit of lesser aggression when it comes to throttle modulation and throttle response. And then point number 9, the tires. The tires are absolutely crucial. We used to get Metzeller's earlier. Now these international spec models, what we observed from the pics are they get Michelin Power 5s, which are really good. One of the finest tires that that can complement this kind of a ruthless mean machine. So Michelin Power 5s, if they are included, welcome with open arms here in India. But even if we get Metzeller's, they are good enough. You do get a 150 section rear tire. Point number 10 is that the 2024 model also gets, wait for this, launch control. Now why would you want launch control? Like people as it is are going crazy with the kind of goodies that KTM is offering with quick shifter, supermoto ABS, the ability to switch off ABS on the rear wheel, and you have dual channel ABS as standard, and then of course now launch control as well. So I didn't see this coming even in my wildest of dreams, and KTM have managed to surprise me, and they might have surprised you as well. And then point number 11, the frame geometry is completely new. The wheelbase is slightly longer to offer better stability. Also, the bike weighs a mere 165 kilos, which is an absolute merciless missile waiting to launch you across the straits or into the skies. Man, at the rate of knots. The chassis gets a two-piece construction with a bolt-on subframe, and we get a new steel trellis mainframe and a pressure die-cast aluminum subframe, and the new chassis enhances the overall riding dynamics and adds more aggression, more flickability, better handling, and finally, in Duke terms, you can call it untamed hooliganism. I mean, they have given it all, they have done it all, they've gone beyond what you would expect. They've gone the extra mile, they've done too much. I don't know. There's never too much in the dictionary of KTM. They just go challenging their own limits and just offer everything that they can think of. Then you have the new curved cast aluminum swing arm, and that's going to already add on to the already menacing handling characteristics that the Duke already had on offer. Then coming to the brakes, the disc size remains the same, but we get 320mm front disc and a 240mm rear disc, but the front disc is a hubless disc, so it looks far more premium and classy now. And point number 14, yeah, it's about the seat height. I've already addressed. Now earlier it was 830mm, now it is 820mm, and you can reduce it further to 800mm. Now point number 15 is that we get aluminum foot pegs which offer better grip while you're banging through the gears and unleashing all the mayhem that the Duke has on offer. The mirrors are new as well, get a new design. I think now we get aluminum stocks for the mirrors, which make it look far more premium. So apart from this, the rest of the goodies should continue, like the slipper clutch, ride-by-wire, quick shifter plus, which is up and down quick shifter, means an auto blipper is also included, and supermoto ABS. And man, I'm out of breath already. So this was a quick overview of the all-new 2024 Duke 390. Are you excited? Are you pumped up? What do you feel? It is here to set new standards. It is here to absolutely annihilate the competition. So unless and until the competition comes up with something more interesting, this one is the game right now. Absolutely hitting the nail right on its head. And thanks for watching. This was a quick fire impression from an enthusiast who loved KTM always. Someday I shall own the Super Duke, at least get to ride the Super Duke 1290. But for now, this is Dino signing off. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and ride safe.